Yo, what is going on YouTube? GZTV once again. We are back to talk basketball. We are here Saturday, January 18th. Obviously, there was playoff football on today, and man, there were some awesome games. We're going to talk about that coming up in our recap. But we are here first to talk about basketball. Saturday, January 18th. Let's get it. Obviously, not a great day for my Celtics because we lost, but I wasn't worried about that. I was worried about the Commanders having a masterclass performance. But let's get into the Hawks and Celtics. We have to talk about it. Trae Young scores 28 points to lead the Hawks to a 4-point overtime victory over the struggling Celtics. Celtics have not had a good shot at things recently. Dyson Daniels hit a short jumper in the lane with just over a minute left in overtime, and Onyeka Okongwu made 2 free throws with 11 seconds left, lifting him to victory. So it's not really just Trae Young. He's got some really good pieces around him, and that's a pretty good basketball team. Very respectable. They have nice depth. Onyeka Okongwu playing really well on both sides of the ball. Obviously, Jaylen Brown was making it tough for them getting to the rim, being aggressive, and guys like Peyton Pritchard were hitting threes. Jaylen Brown hit tough shots again and again. But man, Clint Capella dunked on Luke Cornett. That was nasty. Man, a lot of pieces for this team. I mean, you get 14 points and 13 rebounds out of Jalen Johnson, who's having a most improved level season. You have 28 points, 11 assists for Trae Young. What's going on, Troy? 28 points, 11 assists for Trae Young, who shot 30% from 3. You get a 23-point performance for Dyson Daniels, 33% from the three-point line. He's leading the league in steals per game, which is very impressive and something that's going extremely under the radar. And just an extremely efficient performance from Onyeka Okongwu, 19 points, 13 rebounds. He shot 67% from 3, 60% overall. I didn't even know Onyeka Okongwu could shoot threes. But, dude, he is such a versatile player. He's really developing for them, and he's becoming one of the best bench players in the league, I think. You look at the Celtics, Jason Tatum put up 23, 21 points for Derek White. You get 24 points, 11 rebounds for Jaylen Brown. And off the bench, 20 points for Peyton Pritchard off of 50% three-point shooting. The other guys that were scoring really didn't put up good shooting splits, so that sucks. But I continue to say this, man, Drew Holiday is having a kind of an off year for us. I'm not very happy with how he's been playing basketball, and we have Peyton Pritchard as an option off the bench. Maybe, I know Drew Holiday's a fantastic defensive player, but maybe we should start fucking experimenting and throwing Pritchard in the mix there in the starting lineup. I don't know. I know he's kind of small, but Drew Holiday, he's okay as a basketball player. It's just as a starter on this team, I don't really know. We have a certain standard there. As we're going to move on here to the Suns and the Pistons. Kevin Durant and Devin Booker power the Suns to a 4-point win over the Pistons. As always, these two put up great numbers for this team. Kevin Durant had a slow first half, came out the second half, had a crazy game, still had time to catch that Commanders game, him being from the DMV and all that stuff. That was awesome. They get the victory. Crazy second half for Kevin Durant to just power them to victory. Obviously, the Pistons made it tough all game. Malik Beasley not just being a good three-point shooter, but starting to slash and be aggressive and get to the rim is always great. Jalen Duren was hitting some tough shots this game. But the Suns just picked up Nick Richards, and man, what an acquisition because he was tough all game. But yeah, Malik Beasley was pretty good too. Malik Beasley was pretty good. He played good this game. Not bad. You look at the Suns, man, 36 points for Kevin Durant. You get a 35-point performance for Devin Booker, who shot 50%. And I've been saying this to people online and stuff for a while, and I'm going to bring it up on the channel here. He's one of the most underrated players in the fucking NBA. We're talking about a guy that averages 26 points and 7 assists per game, scoring and passing top 15 in the league. And I don't even know. I know he could make the All-Star game. I don't even know if he's considered for it, though, based on what I've seen from the votes. But Devin Booker, man, just know he's very much appreciated over here. Nick Richards, man, such an efficient performance. 21 points, 11 rebounds. Really good stuff there. You get to the Pistons, you get a 21-point performance for Tobias Harris, who shot 40% from the 3, 60% from the field. You get a 15-point, 10-rebound performance for Jalen Duren. 20 points, 11 assists for Cade Cunningham. Not the greatest shooting splits, but there you go. I don't know, man. Oscar Thompson kind of slacking there on the starting lineup, not being very involved. I think he might have got hurt. I don't know what happened to him. I guess he got in foul trouble or something. They took him out. They were trying guys like Paul Reed and Ron Holland II, Malik Beasley, Marcus Sasser. They have really good options off the bench. I think this is a pretty well put together team. Now, do I think they have enough to go all the way? Probably not, obviously, but they're not bad there. As we are going to move on to the Wizards and the Warriors game, we're going to skip a couple of games that were blowouts, obviously. But we have Wizards-Warriors. Steph Curry scores 26 before leaving with an ankle injury. The Warriors beat the Wizards by 8. Again, we're going to bring up Flight on the channel because we're always talking about this team. They've gotten themselves in some very close games recently. Yeah, man. Hopefully Steph Curry's okay. He had a really good scoring night leading up to that in the final minutes as well, so he couldn't quite finish the game out. But they get the victory. Obviously, Andrew Wiggins was playing really well, scoring at all levels. Steph hitting no-look threes, celebrating, having a lot of fun with the crowd. He's a great player to watch still to this day. Really fun game here. Steph just being a threat. Gary Payton II untied Jordan Poole's shoes. That was funny. But shout out to the Warriors. Pretty dope win here. Obviously, the Wizards aren't that good, but they played pretty decent basketball. I mean, 22 points for Kyle Kuzma after an off game. He shot 50% from 3. You get a 38-point performance for Jordan Poole. He was hooping. Obviously, Bilal Coulibaly definitely could have played some better minutes. He was really inefficient out there. I mean, they have Keyshawn George, Corey Kispert, Jonas Valanciunas, pretty solid bench players that can come in for him, but I don't know, not a great game for Bilal Coulibaly. I know I'm talking fast, but I'm trying not to be here for too long because I don't want to make a long-ass video. Here we go. 31 points, 11 rebounds for Andrew Wiggins, a great performance. You get 26 points out of Steph Curry, and Dennis Schroeder put up a 20-point performance where he shot 50%. Really awesome stuff there. Kevon Looney came off the bench and had 10 points, 13 rebounds. He shot 50% as well. So, really well-rounded effort. Shout out to the Warriors. They get the win. We're going to move to the last game I want to talk about of the night. We have the Cavaliers taking on the Timberwolves. A decently heavyweight matchup, but the NBA leading Cavs seized control in the second half. They beat the Timberwolves by 7. Obviously, just that powerful scoring backcourt with Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland, as always, putting up great scoring numbers. This is the best team in the NBA, and they continue to prove it. The record is still alive, by the way, halfway through the season with the Warriors. Who knows? That's very possible. They get the W. Obviously, guys like Jaden Daniels was getting to the rim, throwing it down, and making it a good game, and making it tough. And Anthony Edwards was hitting threes, But shout out to guys like Ty Jerome. He stepped in the lineup recently and hit some tough shots, so that's always fun. I don't know what the hell happened here. I kind of lost track of what I was talking about. 1 second. Julius Randle hit some tough ones. Looking at the Cavs, man, 29 points for Darius Garland, who shot 50% from 3. You get 36 points from Donovan Mitchell. And shout out to Georges Niang. Actually, a really good game off the bench. 15 points, 10 rebounds. Shot 75% from 3. Looking at the Timberwolves, you get 20 points, 14 rebounds for Julius Randle, 17 points, 12 rebounds for Rudy Gobert. You get a 28-point performance for Anthony Edwards. Mike Conley, very lackluster. I don't really know. You have your scoring options in Naz Reid, and Rob Dillingham's been getting thrown in the lineup. Obviously, not having Dante DiVincenzo kind of hurts them because now you have to start Mike Conley, and he's not the greatest player in the world. I wouldn't say he played like absolute shit, but there's definitely guys you could throw in for him, and to an extent they did that, especially with Naz Reid. But Rob Dillingham, honestly, for how young he is in his career, give the man more minutes. We're going to move on to Sunday action, a decent amount of games. There's also playoff action as well. You're going to get the Nuggets Nuggets Magic, sorry. That's going to be a fun game. The Lakers and Clippers in the LA matchup, that'll be a lot of fun, and that's really about it. There's not that many crazy games, But if they are close, as always, you can tune in on the channel. So I'm out. I covered 4 games in 9 minutes. That's actually pretty impressive. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, especially compared to the pace of my other videos. I gotta get going to bed. I'm gonna wake up first thing in the morning, get my homework done, and work on some videos and stuff just so I have time to watch playoff football because it's going to be fucking incredible tomorrow. Awesome games coming our way.